Welcome, and we are live, it seems at least. Let us know if the sound quality is okay. We're going to look at the top 16 in the Summer Derby. We've got Dutchman Ron playing against American Quinn, and with me is Hank, also known as Odell Hank, right?
Or HW MTG, but whatever you want to call me, that's fine. I think more people know me from the Odell nowadays. Yes.
Yeah, right? Let me see.
Yes.
And I think this time, because I've tweaked the audio a lot, so the audio should be fine. So we've got Ron against Quinn. Let me tell them that we're live, so they know that they can start. And okay, so I guess they're shuffling up. Shall we take a look at the deck photos? Because I've got Ron's deck right here. Maybe that's a nice deck to start
Cool.
with.
You take Ron's deck, I'll take Quinn's deck. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And I can show them here on the screen because we're so professional. So I guess Ron's deck's kind of interesting, right? He's got Atogs, he's got a Shivan Dragon.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I don't know if you've noticed, but Ron is playing mostly free elves.
Yes, no playsets, you mean? Playset of bolts, that's it.
Oh, no, place of the bolts, place of the barrier. So Ron is. I've spoken to Ron, and Ron literally designed this deck for this metagame, which obviously worked out very well.
Oh, and I have to say, by the way, I see the players have started already. They go fast. They go fast. You guys are going too fast. And Ron's already dealing damage to himself, it seems, casting a Soul Ring. Ooh,
okay, so
look at that start.
Just in a nutshell, you need to take the decks away, but just in a nutshell, Ron is playing.
Mind twist! This is what Ron always does, man. He always mind twists. Sorry, but it's just dude.
No, you're right. You're right. This is nasty.
Oh,
it's a loaded and a City of Brass into a Soul Ring into a mind twist of 5. Am I right?
Yeah, I think
No. He cast a Soul Ring, so in a mind twist of 4.
It's a mind twist of 4. Okay. And you were saying Ron has a deck with a lot of 3-offs. So what's his reason?
No. Ron is basically playing Atog with Wind Orbs and Relic Barrier.
Okay.
So a little parfait going on, and Quinn is on a stock list Counterburn.
Yeah, Quinn's on Counterburn, right? So
with one exception, that he's playing gold bordered City of Brasses.
Ah, so World Championship City of Brasses.
Yes.
Right? Do you know I've got the World Championships, the Chronicles, and the Arabian Nights. I'm missing the Italian ones. Interesting information, right? So what can Quinn now do? He's got how many cards in hand now? 4 or something? Now 2?
So just to hang on, did I miss something in Quinn's list? Because he discarded a Time Walk, I think a Lotus, an Urnham Gin, and a City of Brass.
Ooh.
Oh, and Ron just stripped his other City of Brass. I mean, this is brutal.
This is painful.
I think Quinn only has 2 cards in hand, and I don't think he has much lands left. But who knows? He has 0 lands in play.
I mean, in this format, you play with 4 strip, the Boreal format, so that makes it difficult.
Exactly.
Hey, but yeah, that Urnham, I think Quinn's playing with a different deck than the deck photo.
Tropical Island. There's Tropical Island. No. I am looking. So actually, he plays Counterburn. He plays Counterburn with 3 Urnham Gins, a Regrowth, and then the Black Splashes.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And there's a Mind Twist back, but it's a Mind Twist for 1.
Yeah, so it's not that impressive.
And there's a Lightning Bolt being discarded by Ron. Ron is not strong on mana either. Oh, there he is. He has so he's quite okay. He has Soul Ring, he has City of Brass, he has a Badlands, and he attacks with the Atog for 1. He can't sack his Soul Ring.
I think Ron's problem here is he cannot put a lot of pressure on. So despite the fact that he had some card advantage, I mean, Quinn's still on 19, so he's pretty good. Strip Mine here, not being used by Quinn.
No, I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you use it straight away? Would you then maybe wait for, in this case, the Mishra's Factory? Sorry?
No. I would. If I was Quinn, I would wait for Serendip. I mean, 3 mana. You can cast a.
true. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Let's have a look here. Okay, it's going to animate. It's going to attack. Swing for 3.
Now he can. Okay, so now he can decide to strip the factory. But he doesn't. Quinn is an experienced player.
Yeah, right. It wasn't he in the final of 2020 Summer Derby, Winter Derby. I don't know. Yeah.
Quinn has a record of beating Dutch guys. So.
Oh yeah, he beat Anne.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, Anne.
Ah, brutal.
Yes, he did.
But Ron is also doing quite well, right? Because he's made it in the top 16 before of this event.
Yes, this is the second time Ron is a top 16 A Derby.
Wow.
I don't like to say it, but he's a consistent player.
Earnham? There's the Earnham.
Yeah, there's the Earnham, which makes sense why he didn't sacrifice his.
It's so I'm so sloppy. I just looked at the list of Quinn, like really just glancing at it, thinking, oh, it's counter burn, and it is.
Yeah, with
but
green.
I forgot all about the green part.
Yeah, he also plays the Sylvan in the sideboard.
Nice. He taps everything. What are we gonna see here? Shivan? Ooh, Trike. Because Ron plays 1 Shivan main.
Yes, he does.
He also plays 2 Blood Moons main. So that can really hurt Quinn as well.
Have you seen Quinn's Psionic Blast?
Yeah, it's a white text box, right? But I didn't read what's in it. I have no idea.
It basically says it's a little bit longer explanation that the sorcerer can do 3 damage, but it will be damage -1 back to you, which in this case is 2 damage, something like that.
There's probably a story behind that one, behind the altar. And we see Quinn now. I mean, he's got to get Forest Walk to one of the 2 creatures. Which one would you choose?
Yeah, good one.
I mean, Atog is risky. Normally it doesn't really matter that much.
No, the Atog can do 5 damage. Try can do 4.
I guess I would give it to the Atog, because then he has to sack artifacts as well.
He has to sack a land and a Soul Ring.
He can potentially, he could sack the, okay, there's a strip.
Oh, which he can't activate, otherwise I would have sacked it to the Atog. It was in his turn, yeah.
Yeah. And no surrender per freaks for Quinn, because a flying creature would be useful for him now.
Yes.
Let's see, Ronnie boy, what can you do? So how many people participated in this year's Summer Derby, do you know?
Around 128. I don't know the exact
number.
That's
insane. That's insane.
Well, I think they actually. Okay, so it's a lot. It's about 60% of the last Derby, and I think people have been playing so much online, and with the world finally opening up a little bit, I think that's the reason we have a little bit less register. But still, I mean, amazing work by Dave.
Definitely.
2 times a year. Oh, sorry. I see Swante responding that it's 180 people.
Wow. Crazy numbers. Great.
Sorry, Swante. I will never debate numbers with Swante.
No.
Oh, it's 189.
I once made the mistake. Swante wrote an article, and I only read the header, and then I made a comment, and I was completely wrong. So sorry for that, Swante.
Sorry, guys.
And I think that one dice, I think Richard, it's good that people are helping us in the comments. So that dice on the Atog indicated that the Atog got Forest Walk. So thank you, Richard. So that's why he can attack, and there's no block with the Earnham.
Is Richard in the chat?
He's on chat again. He's been following the Olympics, but now they're not playing at the moment, I think, because of the time
difference. This is more important than the Olympics.
Definitely. So Atog getting Forest Walk again. The question, of course, for Quinn is, what can he do with 3 mana? And no red source to deal direct damage. How many cards does he have in hand here? 5? Now he's got 4 or 2. Let's see. Ooh, playing Brain Geyser. Drawing 2. So it's basically a +1 here. So if you're Quinn, what are you hoping for?
Let me have a look.
Maybe just first red mana, right? Because that opens up some possibilities. I mean, a Shatter could do some work. Control Magic would be nice. Stealing the Atog, also because Quinn has 2 Moxen. He's playing his Volcanic, tapping Volcanic, so he's got the red source. Playing a Bolt, I believe, on the Atog. Let's see what Ron's going to do in response. Of course, he can sack the Sol Ring to pump it up. Ooh, instead he's going to throw 3 at Quinn, I believe. And then he's going to sack it to the Atog, so that means the Atog survives the Bolt. This is not that bad for Quinn, actually.
How many cards is Quinn holding?
Now he's going to swing in. I believe 2. 2 cards.
Two. Yeah, so the dice is for the cards. I think, I don't know, maybe you draw 7? How many cards does Ron have?
No, but then if the red dice is for the cards, he has 3 cards, but he only has 2, so...
We're such pros.
We are pros. We're very good here. Hammerheim. I know this card is called Hammerheim. And Hammerheim actually works really well with Urnham because it can take away a landwalk ability. So it should be on the other side of the board. Quinn should have it. And the Atog still having Force Walk because of the dice. The problem, of course, for Ron is he doesn't have a lot of artifacts anymore. Only that Sol Ring. Remember, he does play with 1 Shivan Dragon, so 1 more mana, he could potentially cast a Shivan. Yes. Oh, I know this from Ron. Whenever he's kind of stuck in a corner, he takes his time, man. It's usually not a good sign because it means he's got options. I mean, Urnham is a tough creature to kill because of the 5 toughness.
Yeah, what does Ron have against the Urnham? Let me have a look.
Urnham is such a pain in the ass. Like, my brother plays it all the time. It's so annoying to get rid of.
He has Fireball Earthquake and 3 Ices. Oh, and 1 bottle.
An Icy would be great.
Yes.
Because he's got enough mana to play it and use it. And that way he can just swing in with the Atog. And also an Icy is an extra artifact on the field.
And Quinn is on 8?
Yeah, Quinn is on 8.
Okay. And Ron is on 12.
To be honest, I'm doubting. Yeah, I know we're the worst. We're absolutely the worst.
Yeah, I fully agree with Richard. I kept my mouth shut. But yes, even if Ron had 1 option, it could still take 10 minutes.
That is true. That is. So Ron is very slowly, slow motion swinging. Okay, so Quinn was on 8, gonna drop to 7. I'm gonna take another sip of my beer. It's like slow-mo commentating.
You might want to put this one on triple pace.
Ah, nice. I could, yeah. So Ron, I think he's gonna tap 2 lands. No. No, I'm not doing it. He's gonna tap 1 land, maybe? No, it's not gonna do it either. Or is he? And passing turn here. Okay, I guess that's good news for Quinn. You're like, okay. That's cool.
Michael is watching as well, and he's apparently playing the winner of this game.
Exciting stuff. So you can get some info. I actually like it that you can see each other's
What is he
decks.
shattering? Shattering the...
I would take the jet, because then you're cutting off the black source.
Yeah, for what? For the single...
for the demonic. Yeah, but it's more, okay, why would you do the sapphire? How's that going to help you? Because he already has 2 blue. You know what I mean? That's not really a great target for the shatter. He responds with a shatter of his own, obviously on the Sol Ring, so I'm expecting him to sack the Sol Ring to the Atog, of course. And this is all happening in end step? Or not? Because he was passing turn to Quinn. Yeah, so this is happening in the upkeep, perhaps. And now Quinn draws a card. So untap, upkeep, draw. And Quinn having 3 cards in hand, 7 life, Ron's having 12. And of course, Quinn can swing in, bring him on. There he goes, bring him on 8. I mean, if he's
well, maybe Ron is holding 3 Moxen. Attacks for 7.
That would help.
No.
That would be crazy. I mean, this is obviously the weakness of Atog if you don't have any artifacts. There's the first Mox. There's the first Mox, Hank.
There's the first one.
Sapphire! Da-da-da-dum. And I mean, the Atog has Force Walk, so he can attack. So he can do 3 if he wants to. Then he'll put Quinn on 4, which is pretty close to bolt range. If he can find another artifact, he can put him in bolt range.
Yeah, but still need... Yeah, okay.
So he's going to attack. But of course, Hank, in response to a sack of an artifact to the Atog, right, Quinn could respond by casting a bolt. He doesn't have any red open, by the way, so that's not a scenario that's going to happen.
No, but yeah.
I guess he can play a Side Blast and deal 4. The problem, of course, that he will then take 2 as well, so it's not ideal for Quinn. This is a very close match. Is this a bolt?
Bolt to the face. Yeah.
Yeah, bolt to the face is going to go to 4. And then he can sack the Sapphire, but then he's still one life point short. This is pretty exciting, actually, because next turn, you know...
Guys, in the chat, I wasn't serious about sandbagging the Moxes.
Ooh, there he goes. Mana drain. Well-timed mana drain by Quinn here. This mana drain could be crucial. There we see a tap with the city. Does mean that Ron takes a damage. Going to go down to 7. Ooh, is this a block? Wheel of Fortune!
Ooh.
But he's tapped out. This is risky.
Exactly.
And Quinn has a library.
He's throwing... Yeah.
So he's giving Quinn an extra card as well.
Okay, chat, what do we think about this move from Ron?
This is very ballsy. Has he played a land yet this turn? I don't think so. So he can at least play a land. Maybe he finds another Mox. I think the thought process of Ron here is hoping to find enough artifacts or maybe some direct damage. There we see a Mox. Another Mox. He's sandbagging the Moxes, Hank. Relic Barrier. Oh, he's going to do it. I think he's going to do it. He can attack, sack the Moxen. On top of that, a bolt. He's going to attack, sack the Moxen. End of the game.
Well, yeah.
End of game 1. This is a brilliant move by Ron.
Well, brilliant. I don't know if it...
I think it was. I thought it was very ballsy, and it pays out.
It's definitely ballsy.
He was going for the kill. He was like, okay, or I have to kill him this turn, or he's going to kill me. So I have to do it now. Yeah, great. Wow. Okay. 1 up. Let's get the names on and the score on for everybody.
Wow.
I'm trying to become more professional, so I've got the live scores now. And your sound should be better.
I don't know, I believe the chat was still complaining about my sound.
Oh man, really? Well...
You promised I would sound like Barry White.
I know, man. I made the promise. I did. Wow.
Richard agrees with Ron's move.
Yeah, but yeah. Captain Hindsight. But it was wow. And of course, Ron. I guess Ron knows how many artifacts he has. A lot of his artifacts are also cheap to cast, and obviously he was lucky finding 2 Moxen in his 7, right? Because with the 2 Moxen, he had enough mana to cast the Relic Barrier. Although he didn't even need the Relic anymore.
But he plays... Oh, he doesn't play any chains.
Sorry, he doesn't play?
Chain Lightning.
No, he doesn't play Chain Lightning, no.
No.
Yeah, but Chain Lightning, you know, sorcery speed, so slow.
Well, would have worked.
Yeah. It's interesting because he is playing with 3 Ices instead of, for example, 3 Chains. So he's really more on the control route. Of course, with those Winter Orbs as well. And he's pretty light on lands. Like Anna mentioned this to me, that he's only got 16 lands. So it's pretty light, especially in a format that we're playing with 4 strip. But Quinn can punish him for that.
Okay, again, yeah. I see in chat, my sound is not perfect. Oh, all right.
Okay, but people can hear you. That's important.
Yes, they can. Ron sideboard. So let's go to sideboarding. What does Ron have? Ron has an Earthquake, 2 Tetrafist, 2 Flash Fires, 1 Blood Moon, 2 Abyss, 3 Shatters, 3 Red Blasts.
I mean, he's got to put in the red elemental blast because he knows that Quinn is going to board in the blue elemental blasts. So that alone is reason.
So Quinn has also an Earthquake. Quinn has a Control Magic, 2 Fluxes, 2 Blue Blast, 3 Red Blast, 2 Artifact Blast, a Sylvan, Disrupting Scepter, and a Maze. I would say Ron is going to add the additional City in a Bottle.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't expect Quinn to take out both the Urnums and the Serendips.
Maybe Ron's going to put in the Blood Moon as well, and then the red elemental blast. But that's already quite a lot of cards, right? 6 cards. And if we look at Quinn, like Quinn is going to board in. Let's get his list up. So he's going to board in the blue blasts. He only has 2 though. I would board in Control Magic, right?
Probably.
Maybe
I
even
don't know.
What's it called? The card from Antiquities that counters an artifact, because he's playing
The
with 2 of
Artifact
those.
Blast.
Artifact Blast.
Artifact Blast.
That could be a good one against those annoying trikes.
Would you bring in the Fluxes?
Yes, because you've seen the Atog. He's playing with a lot of artifacts. So I would
but then you just sack it. But if Ron,
I think that the problem is when you look at Ron's list is he's got a lot of cheap artifacts to cast, so he doesn't need a lot of mana. But then on the other hand, I mean the Flux, you've seen the Atog, so whenever I see an Atog and I got a Flux in my board, I board it in. But
why? You just sack it before so you don't pay. I don't know.
Yeah, true. You could sack it in your own turn, and then you've got a huge Atog. Yeah, but then again, you're forcing Ron to do that, and he doesn't have that. The annoying thing with an Atog is that your opponent has that constant threat of, I could sack an artifact, I'm not gonna, or maybe not, but I could, and you're taking that away with the energy flux.
Yeah, but so Ron, from the artifacts he has, he wants to keep the Trisks, he wants to keep the Ices, he wants to keep the barriers, and he wants to keep the Winter Orbs, if he still plays them after sideboarding. The rest he can sack.
Yeah, I think it's hard, but that's always in Magic, right? You know what you want to put in from the sideboard, but what to take out, that's going to be the bigger question. But I would board in an energy flux, I think, still, because of that pressure. You're not giving Ron a choice. You're telling him you have to then sack it to the Atog. But you wouldn't, I guess.
I don't know.
You wouldn't.
I don't know, because of the Wind Orbs and the barriers. I would like to see if they were still in their game too, but then it's probably too late.
Hey, we see Quinn, by the way, they've started the players game number 2, starting with a Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
And he's on the play. That means he's on 6, so he's got to wait a whole turn. And now we're going to see that maybe 4-strip format where Ron's going to play a strip mine. We'll just have to see. Or is he still deciding whether or not to keep his hand? Yeah, there we see strip mine. And pass turn to Quinn.
So, fair question from Hollande, which I'm probably not pronouncing correctly. I wonder how many times he's boarded in the Flash Fires.
Well, yeah. I mean, white is a support color, right? In a lot of decks for disenchant swords and stuff.
I don't know if you allow Fallen Empires.
You mean that then you're inviting weenie decks, especially with the 4-strip? Yeah.
I did the Odal this month with Fallen Empires, him restricted, Swedish BNR, and we, at least in my group, I had 1 white weenie. I played 1 Flash Fires. I believe I played 2.
And did you board it in? Did you use it?
Yeah, it was against Pablo. Our biggest friend from
Pablo.
Chile.
Chile. He still wants to come to the Netherlands. There we see Tropical Island by Quinn.
Yeah.
I actually used Karma in a match not too long ago. That was great fun. That's a card you don't see that often. It is brutal against players with a lot of swamps, against those Troll Disco decks. There we see Soul Ring.
That's it.
And Badlands.
Badlands.
Moxen, the Moxen party.
Time Twister.
Blood Moon.
Ooh.
This is annoying for Quinn. This is annoying. What a great start here for Ron. First finding that strip to take care of the library, now playing the Blood Moon.
Well, with 4 strips, it's...
Yeah, but still, you gotta draw it, right?
Yeah, no, agree. So Quinn is playing 0 basics, so his only out, because he only plays on color Moxen, is a Lotus and a Sapphire. Assuming he boarded in the 2 blue Elemental Blast.
Yeah. Or of course a Winter Orb. And flip on it, but yeah.
Chaos Orb.
Sorry, Chaos Orb. Yeah, sorry, Chaos Orb. Oh man, this is brutal for Quinn. Oh man. These are moments that you just want to walk away from the table. You're like, whatever, man. Whatever. Okay, so I finally found out, Henk, the red dice is not for the cards in hand of Quinn, it's for the cards in hand of Ron.
We're so pro.
We are so pro. It is nice if players use the dice, by the way, or put their cards on the playmat. That is helpful.
I know Christian, Reindeer, does it as well.
The Reindeer.
He normally uses a dice. I believe you still got a present for Reindeer.
I have a really cool present for Reindeer for when we meet him again in Düsseldorf. It's not a pony.
He will be so devastated it's not a pony.
I know, man. But I mean, he hasn't seen the gift. It's very stylish. When my girlfriend saw it, she's like, "Are you gonna hang it up here?" Like, no, don't worry. It's for a friend. Oh, okay. When are you meeting this friend? She wants it out of the house, like ASAP.
It sounded like you said one of my girlfriends.
No. My girlfriend. There's Black Lotus. Focus, Henk. He's gonna sack it. So this is one of his outs.
Demonic Tutor.
But he made it into Black Mana then, if he's gonna tutor.
Yeah, but he has a blue, so he can search for a blue Elemental Blast, which I think he's gonna do.
Yeah, and also Ron stepped out.
No, Martin, it's not a pony. I can't fit a pony in my car.
I am happy for this Demonic Tutor, by the way, because this is making the game more exciting.
Otherwise it was a non-game, yeah.
Yeah, and Ron's already a game up.
Wow.
Wow.
See Swante in chat, but I believe he went 8-0 in the first rounds, right?
Who did? Quinn? Oh, Svante.
No, Swante.
Yeah, Svante. Yeah. It was the first one.
He went, yeah. There are 2 guys who went 8-0.
And he plays Atog, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's got one black floating. Here we go.
This is cool. He plays Atog with the green splash. What?
How is he doing this?
Hang on. Okay, so he searched for the Chaos Orb. But how did he cast the Tutor?
I'm confused, yeah, because then you make it into Black Mana, so that's not possible, right? Anyway, he's going to flip, so this is up to the players to then discuss.
How can you cast off a Lotus? How can you cast a Shatter and a Demonic Tutor?
So the flip's a hit. Yeah, I would say you use your...
Oh, of course, for fuck's sake, we forget the Blood Moon. No, thanks, John. John, you're right. Thanks, John.
The Blood Moon. So the trop is a mountain.
Yeah. Never mind. We're so...
We got to be sharp, Henk.
Yeah.
Talking about sharp, what are you drinking?
Wine.
I am drinking... What kind of wine? Share your refined
Uh,
taste with us. Liebe Vrouwmilch? You know Liebe Vrouwmilch? It's the cheapest white wine you can get. It's from a cardboard in the
no,
Lidl
I think that.
and the
Oh no,
Aldi.
I don't know it. I don't know it. I'm drinking a Dumonet,
It's great wine.
Chardonnay.
Stylish. So I'm drinking a Glad Janus, right? Sweet. 5%. There is a relic
Sorry,
barrier.
Lars. So Lars is not thinking we're quite pro.
So the relic is stepping down the Soul Ring, right? And there is a Mishra's Factory. Are we gonna see that Winter Orb Parfait action? He's stepping 2. Oh, another relic barrier, which is actually quite nice because now he can tap the Soul Ring, and if Quinn animates, which he's not going to do because of that relic, he can also tap the factory. So
Factory, yeah.
It's perfect. Passy de passy and tapping down the Soul Ring.
I'm tomorrow, Jorgo. How did Jorgo do yesterday? Did he win?
Yeah, Jorgo won. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, it was in the X Points finals, and he played against a player that had a combination of Pink Weenie and a Land Tax Lance Edge deck. It was quite interesting. But yeah, Jorgo won, and Jorgo kind of made a counter burn deck without creatures. It's very strong. He's going here, City of Brass by Ron. He's got a lot of lands. Well, mana, 5 mana in total. Or are we going to see an Atog perhaps? So I don't think any of the players has played a creature yet.
No. Unless you can't miss one.
Yeah, exactly. And again, we get this tapping game of Ron. Am I going to tap the lands or not? I'm going to do it.
Michael, I'm gonna open up registrations after this game.
Okay, he's gonna play. Sorry to interrupt. He's gonna play.
Oh no.
Earn him. I'm expecting earn him here. Come on, he's stepping 4. Hey, earn him, Jen.
Yes.
Sorry, you were saying you're registering.
No. Sorry, I'm actually responding to the chat. And
okay.
hold on, say I need to beat Sep. And Sep actually beat me again today, which I think makes him officially my nemesis now in the Odals.
Yeah. But Sep's pretty good, right? He's won the Odol a couple of times or not?
No, one time.
Only once. Oh, so
Yeah,
he's not a
just
legend like Richard.
No, but Christian is now on par with Richard.
Ah, okay.
I think it's Evert who won the most ones. I'm waiting for a response in chat here. All right, let's focus on the game. Shatter. On Soul Ring. On the Max.
Interesting.
Why?
Doesn't really matter that much with the relics. He's gonna keep tapping down the Soul Ring anyway. And he's played another Blood Moon again.
I'm just thinking what he's afraid of. He only plays Regrowth and 3 Urn and Jins.
Well, he's afraid of the Urn. He's thinking, okay, I'm going to take out your only green source. Because of the Blood Moon, he only has red sources now left.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And now Quinn's swinging in for 4. So Ron just needs to take care of that one Urnum, and he's
Another
pretty safe.
mountain.
There's a Chain Lightning, okay. And
I don't know.
I understand the strategy from Quinn. You just have to now play aggressive, because as long as the Blood Moon's on the board.
How many shatters will Ron have now? I wouldn't be so much afraid of green. He's not playing Tranquilities.
Yeah, but he's thinking, I just don't want you to play any more Urnums. So
yeah, I can see that.
There's an IC. Okay, now he's got taken care of Quinn's Urnham. So now he's kind of having full control. Remember that City of Brass is a mountain, so it's not going to deal damage when he taps it. He's going to tap, of course, the Sol Ring again.
Oh, Evert. I lost count. I retired, Hank.
Yeah, Evert's retired.
Yeah. You should
Let me tell you a story, Hank. There was a moment once in my Odo career. I participated, I think, twice or maybe 3 times. Very nice. I will join soon again. But I had a chance on the top 8 with a deck with Sage of Latnam and Argivian Archaeologist. So as you know, it was really a spiky deck. And then I had to play against Mr. Ron Mind Twist You Dijkstra. And guess what he did? Twice.
No.
Twice.
No.
But he needed a win too to get to the top 8.
He's such a gentleman.
All my dreams shattered. There we see the Atog. I mean, it's looking really good for Ron here.
Yes.
He can
look at...
Right? He can tap down the Urnham, he can swing in with the Atog. And once he's got lethal, he can just sack all the artifacts, which is quite a lot. You know, he's got 4 artifacts in total.
9 total. Too bad he isn't playing any Berserks.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see what Quinn really needs to find an answer, right? So he first needs to find the right color Mox. He's already played the Chaos Orb, so that out is gone. So he has to find a Mox Sapphire and then he has to find a blue Elemental Blast, right? Is that the only way for him to get out of this?
Yeah, one of the 2.
So what's his other option?
I don't think there is.
No, right? I think this is it.
No.
So it's,
that's why I would have kept the Shatter. But on the other hand, if he's got a BAB...
Is this Shatter is probably pointed at the Atog, right? Like forcing Ron now to second artifact.
But no, I was talking about Ron.
Oh, okay.
When he shattered the Mox Emerald.
Yeah. So keep the Shatter to take care of the Sapphire, possibly.
Yeah, but on the other hand, you won't play the Mox until you got the blue Elemental Blast. So it wouldn't matter.
True, then he's going to keep the Sapphire in hand until he draws that, yeah.
Yeah, unless you got 2.
I think this chain, by the way, of Quinn is pointed at the Atog, and now Ron is thinking what to sack. I would just sack the... Oh, it's on the face. Okay, so he really thinks my main out is just going for the life total. And Quinn's got a lot of direct damage, right?
Ron just needs to sit this out.
I mean, Quinn's got 4 bolts, 3 chains. He's got a Psyblast. No X-Spells. Psyblast, of course, he cannot cast.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah, but this is... I mean, it's so hard for Quinn to get out of this.
Yeah.
Attacking with the Atog, so, I mean, he's going to drop another life point. Going to drop to 9.
Then it's done.
Oh, sorry, he's going to drop to 19, of course. Ron's the one on 10. I have to say, I didn't realize that Quinn was still so high up in his life. I mean, that's at least something that he's got going. He's got time still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, yeah. Let's show the size of this guy.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's another Atog, so now he can swing twice at a time. Obviously, this one still has Summoning Sickness.
Yeah, he swings for 2.
Looks like it's, it was a little bit frozen there, but he's back. Okay, swing in. It's going to swing with 1. He's going to drop to 18.
Yeah, and Quinn already used his Lotus, so he's only out.
Ooh, Chaos Orb.
One of the 2 and a Mox Sapphire.
Man, things are just keep getting worse and worse for Quinn because now he first needs to Shatter as well. Although it doesn't, I guess Chaos Orb doesn't matter much because he will only play the Sapphire if he has, like you said, the Blue Blast in hand. So, you know, he plays Sapphire. Ron's going to say, I'm going to flip. Yeah, fine. I'm going to take blue out of the Sapphire.
Yeah.
So that doesn't change that much.
No.
But yeah. I mean, if you're Quinn now, you're not a happy man.
No.
Okay, a black source. There's a black source. Maybe he's trying to Ooh, Earthquake! Oh,
Interesting.
nice! I overlooked that in the list of Quinn. He does have an Earthquake. He boarded it
But
in
what?
from the sideboard.
1, 2,
An
3, 4,
Earthquake for
5,
4.
6.
No, because the Soul Ring was tapped,
Yeah,
eh?
the Soul Ring was tapped, but I'm just counting. Why not keep it in hand until lethal? If you're on 19, or if you're on time 15,
Yeah,
18.
but Ron's still on 10 though. And I think
Yeah, true, true, true.
he's kind of forcing Ron now to make a choice,
Yeah,
right? I
yeah, and
guess
yeah, you need to sack the both barriers.
yeah, I would probably just save one Atog, let the other one die.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Even sacking two is not enough. Yeah, you need to sack two to keep one ATOC alive.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would personally do this.
Yeah, I would keep one alive. Keep the IC alive. Keep the orb alive. Wouldn't care about the third barrier, I think.
I
Well, of
did
course,
I
because of
didn't think
the
about
soul ring.
Earthquake. Nice. Came in from the sideboard. Good decision, of course, when you see your opponent playing with Atogs.
He plays two, right? No, one. Yeah, and one may. No, he
No, no,
plays
no.
one in
Just
total.
one. Yeah, just one. Just the one that came from the side. Yeah.
He is, what we forgot, he's also playing a regrowth and a recall, which allows him to take back the orb. Quinn.
Yeah, yeah, Quinn. Yeah, no, I understand. But the problem, of course, is he doesn't have any green sources.
No. No, and he can't get any green anymore. So the recall is his only option. And a time twister.
That would be sweet. Time Twister.
Yes.
So he's attacking, of course, Ron with the Atog, not sacking anything. So looks like he's asking how many cards do you have in your graveyard? Okay.
Yeah, I agree, Svante. A lot of bolts for Quinn does it as well.
Definitely, because Ron's on 6 now. So just 2 more bolts. It's not that bad. And he hasn't played a single bolt yet. Eh? He still has 4 bolts and a chain in his deck.
And a Shy Blast,
Yeah.
which is the white text box.
But then again, he needs that Sapphire. Ooh. Yeah, Ron. I mean, Ron has the upper hand, but he is going very slowly with the damage dealing. So he is giving
Yes.
Quinn a lot of time.
And he's playing against a bird deck.
And now he's tapping the jet.
Why?
Interesting. I don't think. Is there really a reason to tap the jet?
Mind Twist?
Yeah. Yeah, does that matter? 1 card in hand? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's. Yeah, maybe it's. I don't know. Does it matter that he has 2 extra mana from the Soul Ring? Probably not as well.
No, not.
Because he's got enough lands anyway at this stage.
Yeah.
So he's gonna swing, put him on 12. You know what he needs? He needs the Hive. And just make a nice 1/1 Wasp and sack it to the Atog.
No, I think you need a Serpent Generator.
That's why I never win anything. I would play a Hive or a Serpent Generator in a deck like this. You did, right? You had a deck with the Hive.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you
Angelic
sold
Voices.
everything. Then you sold everything.
No, I haven't sold everything.
Okay. No, I know, but of that deck, I saw some main parts of that deck,
Yeah,
including
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hive itself being sold.
Uh, uh,
It's actually pretty good in like a Highlander format with like 4 or 5 people on the table, and your game never ends.
yeah, but then even Siphon Soul becomes good.
Yes, it does, and even is it called Soulnet? Soulnet becomes good. Ooh, this is interesting. Shatter, of course, after he takes the damage, he plays a Shatter probably on the IC, right? Could go for the Chaos Orb as well.
No, Chad, there's no second Earthquake.
No, there's no second Earthquake. No, no. The Earthquake came in from the sideboard.
Ooh.
And what I find interesting, and Quinn's a really good player, so probably Quinn already understood this before I did, because I'm a bit slower, is that in his sideboard he's got a lot of red, so he can of course also think, hey, my opponent plays with Blood Moon, I'm just going to board in all those red cards because I can always cast them. And passing turn here, Mox Jet is getting tapped.
And the Urnum is out.
Yeah, and I think, is he tapping his workshop to try to use his orb? You cannot do that, Ron.
Yeah, it's a mountain.
Oh, it's a mountain. Oh, again. I keep forgetting the Blood Moon. Never mind. Oh, it's a miss. Oh, it's a miss. It's a miss. Jesus.
Oh, and
it's a miss.
Alon, how do you want me to call you? You already called it out before he was going to flip. You said just miss the orb flip and it might be good games.
Oh, man. He missed the flip. This is crazy. And now he's on 2, and now the whole world has changed here.
Under pressure.
Ron was on the upper hand, and now everything changed. Wow.
Oh, wow.
And of course, this is top 16 of the Summer Derby.
Shivan.
Oh. Okay, this is something.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Next turn, what Ron could do, of course, is block with the Atog, deal 3 damage to the Urnum, and second artifact to kill the Urnum. Or actually deal 2 damage to the Urnum. If he attacks with the Urnum, of course, right? But at least this gives Ron some control over the Urnum back, this strike.
Who gives which creature do you give Force Walk?
Well, it doesn't matter because he only has mountains.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. This Blood Moon is hard. It's hard for us commentators, mediocre commentators. Yeah, the board states are too difficult for us.
Yeah, we shouldn't play Blood Moon anymore if we are commentating on the Sunday evening.
No. Maybe that's a rule. Do you want to live stream? Yeah, well, show me your deck. That's a Blood Moon. That's not good.
Yeah, it's Blood Moon. Sorry, you're out.
I can only do White Weenie versus Merfolk. Okay, so he's tapping down, I guess, the Jet again. Wow, but that flip changes everything. Imagine he would have hit the flip and then played the trike. I mean, then it would have been game for Ron. Instead, tables have turned. Ron's under pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to swing in now if you're Quinn?
Good question.
That's probably
Ron
what he's wondering as well.
Yeah, Ron needs to block.
Does he? Because, oh yeah, Ron's on 2. Yeah. Ron needs to block.
He's on 2.
Yeah.
So he needs to block.
He needs to block. And it's not going to be a great block for him. On the other hand, Quinn cannot, I mean, because of the Blood Moon, he cannot play another creature in his deck.
No, but he can jump block, and he will only either lose an Atog or a Trike, which cannot shoot.
Yeah, if I was Ron, I would, if Quinn attacks, I would block with the Atog, sack the Relic Barrier, and deal 2 damage to the Urnum, and then he keeps a 2/2 Trike to attack Quinn with.
No, just jump block.
But why would you jump if you can also kill?
You kill it when you jump. And he can only kill the Atog or the Trike.
You mean double block?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Sorry. Also an option.
Double block.
Yeah, double block. Yeah, also an option, definitely. Yeah, and then he has to make a decision. Yeah, you're right, that's better. And then he's...
I don't know if it's better, but then he either kills the Atog or he kills...
Yeah, and then I guess if you're Quinn, what are you going to do? They're both nasty creatures to play against. You could say kill the Atog because in potential it could grow much bigger. He is attacking. Okay, so this is interesting. What is Ron going to do? Completely tapped out.
I would do this as well, just to not have to make the decision myself anymore. Oh, Sepp is in chat. Hi, Sepp.
Sepp is a robot man.
Just talked about you being my nemesis of now, as of today.
Oh, look, so he is choosing... Oh, he
Yeah, he
isn't
takes
choosing my
damage.
line. He's doing 3 on Quinn, sacking both of them to the Atog.
Okay.
That's a hefty price to pay. Interesting. So we talked about an option, you talked about another option, and Ron is choosing another path.
Well, knowing Ron, he probably thought about it very well.
To be honest, I think your double block, but I guess it shows he really doesn't want to lose the Atog. That's what it shows, right? Because in my scenario and in your scenario, the Atog could have died, and Ron is really choosing to go for the Atog. He knows his deck the best.
I agree, Svante. It's a weird play. I don't know if I would have done it, but
I think Ron wants to keep the Atog for some reason. I think he knows his deck and he's
but who
expected
cares?
to draw.
Just block on both, and you kill him with a 4/4 trike.
I agree. I agree. I think that's the best option. Ooh, here we see that mind twist that you talked about earlier. In response, we see a bolt. He's going to go to 4.
Definitely holds a bolt.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Also, that red elemental blast was really good to protect the Blood Moon.
To be fair, I kind of hope now that we... okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I think Ron made that decision also because he knew I want to...
No, he's on 1. He's on 1.
Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I keep looking at the Ron. I think Ron also made that decision because he had the bolt in hand. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
That's it. Don't you think so, Hank? That he made the decision because Ron had the bolt in hand?
Yeah.
Let me unmute the players.
Yeah, that missing that flip made it a game, because one lightning bolt or...
It did, yeah. I kept all my burn in.
Yeah.
Because it's actually castable, and I brought in the Earthquake, because it's castable under Blood Moon.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Just hoping for the steal, and almost got there on the back of the Mist Orb flip, but not quite.
Yeah. They're asking them to unmute them.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that, and I'll sideboard. I sideboarded in, of course, my hate cards, the Blood Moon, and the extra city, the red blast.
Yeah, maybe it's nice what you're already doing to show what you boarded in and out, because we were talking about that as well.
Yeah.
And
Hi guys.
And wow, that missed flip wrong. I was going crazy because all of a sudden Quinn was on the upper hand then again, shattering your icy, missing the flip.
Yeah,
and he had an Urnham.
I was dying inside.
we liked it. The audience loved it, right? Because it makes it back into a game again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it became a game because, just one top draw lightning bolt or something, and I would have been dead. Yeah.
Ron, we just have one. Oh, we probably got more questions, but one. Why the block on the Atog with the Urnham?
Because I wanted it dead.
Yeah, I think it was because, Ron, you wanted to use the 3 counters on the trike as direct damage on Quinn because you also had a bolt in hand, so you knew you had 6 damage alone, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So of course I could have blocked with both of them.
Exactly, double block. Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible, but to be honest, my head wasn't clear enough to think about what he would do in damage dealing, how we would divide the both damage and how I would have had to respond, etc. And I just wanted those 3 to shoot against his head.
Okay. Yeah, because that was a little bit of a debate, right? Because Hank said straight away I would double block.
I think I would have double blocked because it doesn't matter. If he wants to kill your trike, he kills your trike and you just hit him with check the artifacts. Anyway. Oh, Quinn, that Blood Moons.
Yeah.
Those were really nasty against you.
Yep. Sometimes you can beat the Blood Moon decks and sometimes you can't.
No, especially when the green Mox was out. We were looking at your list. That ruled out, and the Orb was already used, so it ruled out. Lotus was already used, so it ruled out Regrowth. You only had a Recall left, and 2 Babs if you draw a Sapphire. Yeah.
You were really going for the direct damage plan, right, Quinn, at that point?
Yeah, actually, I thought that Ron might bring in the Abyss in addition to the extra bottle and moon.
Yeah.
So I took out the Serendibs because they're worse against Red Blast and they're worse against Icy Manipulator. I took out 2 Urnum and I kept 2 Urnums. But yeah, I was thinking that between the bottles and the moons and the abysses that I thought I was likely to see, that I kind of just had to try and steal it with burn. So I kept all my burn. I brought in Earthquake, right? Because it's red. You can cast it under Blood Moon.
Yeah. That Earthquake was great when you played the Earthquake of 4, I believe, and Ron really had to choose. Like, right, Ron, you had to choose, am I going to keep an Atog alive or maybe even both Atogs? Was that possible? I don't think...
Yeah, that was possible, but I would have lost all my, almost, I think, all but one artifact.
Yeah.
And so I would have lost my punch, I would have lost my defense, I would have lost my... So that was too much.
Not a good option. But I liked it, Quinn, the Earthquake, because we overlooked it, or I overlooked it in your sideboard. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, he's got Earthquake. So that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I mainly brought it in as a burn spell, but it was perfect there. At 4 damage, you have to sacrifice 2 artifacts to save an Atog.
Yeah.
And then you had 2 Atogs. 4 was also great because it brought him from 10 life down to 6.
Yeah.
Which is a good life total for him to be at if I'm hoping for the burn steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think in game 2, did you find any lightning bolts, Quinn, in game 2?
I don't think I saw lightning bolts, but chain lightning drawn 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I saw some chains, but also somebody in the chat was saying, I think it was Svente, right, Henk, was saying pretty soon, oh, Quinn could win this just on burn, because she also had a full play set of bolts still.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely what I'm hoping to draw, given that I was pretty locked down under the Icy Manipulator and the Blood Moon. Can't do much else.
I've tested against your deck, and I tested without creatures, or almost without creatures, just like you did.
Yeah.
And it has a shot. It has a shot if you if you don't get into a early Blood Moon and you can do the 7 draws. It is a viable strategy.
Yeah. I wish I had just a couple more burn spells. I've only got 8 in my main deck, right? Whereas a lot of people are playing like 10 or 12.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for playing on stream. And Quinn, I think it was the first time on Timmy Talks.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So welcome, man. Thank you for sharing your skills. And Ron, congratulations. You're going to move on to the top 8. And I'm going to call it an evening. Henk, do you have anything to add?
No, great games, guys. Too bad if the Blood Moon Queen.
It's okay. That's what we signed up. That's what we signed up for.
Yeah.
I know.
It happens. Part of the game.
Yep.
It is, of course, one of the main strategies of my deck.
Yeah, of course, it is. Yeah.
It's designed around the Blood Moon, actually. Yeah.
It's what I signed up for by not playing white.
Yeah, true. White is the color of answers. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah. I have flash fires for that.
Oh,
not that much, but.
Ron, one last one. I think you already answered it, but the question out of the chat was, how many times did you board it in the flash fires?
One time against, I think against a robot deck with white, all white sources. Yeah, it is especially when they have just basic planes. I'm really glad I have flash fires, but not so much.
I get Tsunami against me all the time, but I play mono blue, so that's understandable.
Yes, but when we play against you, we always have a Tsunami in the sideboard.
Ah, man. Anyway, I'm going to end it I'm going to end the stream right now. And hopefully, maybe we'll see you on Timmy Talks again for the top 8, Ron.
Okay, thanks for streaming, guys.
Of course, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Feel free to stay in the room, by the way. Oh, hij zijn al weg. Allemaal weg. Iedereen gaat meteen weg.
Ja,
weet je wat het is, Ron? Ik doe alleen de...